World Cup qualifiers. Let's get into it. Latest teams to qualify. We'll get into the games real quick. But before we do that, let's just list who's going to be at the big dance next year in summer 2018 in Russia.
Mother Russia.
So obviously Russia's in the host. Brazil, Iran, Japan, Mexico, Belgium, South Korea, Saudi Arabia, Germany, England, Spain, Nigeria, Costa Rica, Poland, Egypt, Iceland, Serbia, Portugal, France, Uruguay, Argentina, Colombia, Panama, Senegal, Morocco, Tunisia, Switzerland, and Croatia.
In USA. Just kidding.
Now, the teams that just recently qualified, as we record this, Croatia went in today, Sunday, and Switzerland went in yesterday, Saturday. Switzerland played Northern Ireland, and Croatia played Greece. The aggregate score for those games in order were 1-0 and 4-1. These boys get the ticket, man. They get the ticket.
It's major.
They want a playoff game to get in there. But more importantly, man, let's focus on the teams that are in that playoff bubble yet to qualify. We're talking about Sweden and Italy.
The big one.
To start. And Sweden at home with Zlatan in attendance wins 1-0 against Italy.
Holy crap. I don't give a shit if that is a deflection or not. Holy crap, to defend against Italy is outstanding.
Who would have thought that they would have pulled that result out? Like, this Swedish team seems to be coming together.
Ew.
And, whoa. You can throw me over there. No, they seem to be more of a team without Zlatan.
We brought that up maybe, a month?
Yeah.
Last time they qualified.
Yeah,
I think I may even brought it up, where it's amazing how Sweden is looking so much more of a team when they get rid of literally maybe a top 10 player in the world.
And again, we know the system obviously had to revolve around him, but he just hands out a trophy. He just handed out the domestic league trophy to Malmo, his home club. So maybe he's a good luck charm too. You know, maybe when Zlatan shows up, even if it's off the field, he's a good luck charm, man. But for Italy, now you're desperate. Now you're definitely desperate. We were talking about Italy before, about like how in the Euros they didn't really have an effective attack in terms of the names.
Yeah, they
on
were
the team
relying on
sheet.
guys like Graziano Pelle.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's playing in China right now.
But now they got Belotti, they got Ciro Immobile, guys who've been absolutely on fire and are young guys who actually, you know, showing that they can get goals. So it's gonna be this is a different kind of Italy team.
But in that first game, it was in Stockholm. You know, Sweden were rough. They were physical. I mean, Italy, with the experience that they have in this team with Gigi Buffon, Chiellini, and Bonucci, something between almost 600 caps or international appearances between them. You know, they played so many games, but Sweden wanted this game more. You know, at home, they in this Italian side, are they as strong as we think? You know, it's crazy to think of a World Cup without Italy, though, at the same time. But I think this is the time for Sweden to make it. They missed the Euros in the playoffs last time against Portugal. Cristiano sunk that ship, but they were right on the cusp, the bubble, as we're saying.
I don't know, man. I don't know if they're going to beat it. I don't think they're going to beat Italy on that comeback leg. You know,
they don't have to. They said the tie 0-0. Or you have to tie the game.
Thing,
you don't have to win.
Or get a goal. There's away goals rules in play here. Like,
if you got one goal for Sweden, you're laughing. You just got to hold it up tight.
Look, odds are, to Tom's opinion, odds are that Italy will find a way to
put some money on this. Some meatball subs.
Odds are Italy will find a way to kind of come back in this leg, especially with them playing at home in front of their crowd. But that also might be a determining factor, man. A lot of these guys are either on the end of their cycle or at the early start of their cycle. There's not a lot of players who've sort of been in the team for a long time with world-class experience. So it'll be, if Sweden has a shot, it's this year, man. It's this year. Italy's getting weaker and weaker. I think offensively, like we were saying before the show, the attack is coming back, but they're not a formidable giant like they used to be.
They do have a system, and it's very interesting. Article came out with Chiellini about Pep Guardiola, basically, and how he feels.
Yes.
Yeah, he feels though he's
destroying defenders.
Yeah, it's destroying defenders, and we see Pep, with the likes of John Stones as an example. He wants a ball-playing defender, guy's going to be able to build up from the back and move the ball up the field. And yes, even when his comment after the Stoke City game, was very telling. his philosophy. Maybe
was
not
that?
necessarily all of
What
it,
was
but
the comment?
essentially saying that like, okay, they scored 2 goals against us, but we got 7. You know, and that kind of philosophy of as long as exactly at the end of the day, whoever gets the most goals kind of wins. And I think
It's not kinda.
well, it's I don't want to necessarily make that a fact because
It
I'm
is.
sure he'll be like, no, like I value defense.
Yeah.
You know,
But he
and
does.
I mean, it's
you
a
can tell
logical-
from the way he plays.
It's a
Yeah.
logical fact. Whoever scores the most wins.
100%. It's
So
that's
there's
the
2
point of
ways
the
to
game.
approach it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there's
the
2
point of
ways
the
to
game.
approach it. Am I going to be solid in the back and then hope to get a goal and win the Mourinho way? Or am I going to focus on defending in their final third, basically defending with my front 6 and having defenders basically who are also midfield players essentially, or do the role of midfield players? So it's a fair point, man.
And that is the
Well,
Italian way is defending. And basically what Chiellini was saying was that like the marking, Italy were known for man marking. If you remember all those times,
Yeah.
those guys were going up against Maradona. You just follow guys on the field and they're
Screw the formation.
yeah, and he's like they're basically losing that, and it's part of the Italian DNA. So
But that's dead, man. Man marking, I think you can afford to have 1 or 2 guys man mark. You cannot have your center backs man mark
No.
because of the intricate movement that's developed in the game now.
Andre Herrera,
That's what I said. 1 man.
yeah,
1 or
that's
2
what it
men.
takes.
That's it.
That's what
And
it
it
takes.
can't be a center back. It has to be your midfielder, maybe your number 8, and convert him into a man marker. Can't really be a number 6 either, because then you leave that big hole in the middle of the pitch where people can exploit. Sorry, Chiellini, man marking's dead.
Unless
bro,
you
for
play
the
with the
most part.
sweeper, it's very interesting.
Yeah, but now you're holding guys on.
Not just
Now you're
man
holding
marking,
guys
but
on.
marking in general. You know, on crosses. That's what Chiellini was. Because you're so concentrated on moving the ball that you lose track of your marker. You know, you're supposed to be invested, keep track on everyone that's on the field, you know, defensively. And then you get the ball, okay, play it. Where now Pep Guardiola philosophy is more about where can I receive the ball versus where should be positionally.
And I think,
And if you look at, keep going,
no,
but
my bad.
when he got slapped by Barcelona, when he was at Bayern, you know, they went to the Camp Nou, he got slapped. They lost 5-3 in aggregate, you know, with a great Bayern team. Because his philosophy is always gung-ho, go forward,
Yeah,
you know, and he got caught out.
Yeah.
You know, this guy does get caught out against the best occasionally,
Look,
not always.
There's a lot to take from this game. First, I'm not sure if I can say that Sweden is due to go to a competition. They did make the Euros. I remember that because, well, Forsberg absolutely failed me in Euro fantasy.
Failed you?
Failed me.
He filled you with what?
Filled you with what?
Like, he failed me as in he should have done better.
Like a donut?
My goodness. I wanted
Like a
Forsberg to
Boston-
just
like
go
a
off
Boston
in
cream?
Euro. I honestly thought
Cream pie.
Forsberg was just about to just explode all over Euro. All over the Euro.
Sounds like you had a very suggestive.
Yeah.
Very
But you know what, though? One thing led to another. He didn't have a good tournament. Then, what? Last year,
he's balling now.
he
He's on
erupted in
left-
Bundesliga. That's
yeah.
You know what? I had the right person. It's just that it just took a little bit longer than I thought. There's so many
Like a Boston
innuendos.
cream in your
So
mouth.
many innuendos. So also,
Tell him, Lindsay.
United need to be really happy right now because Lindelof had a pretty decent
Lindelof,
game.
yeah.
Lindelof. But also, let's not forget that Sweden just didn't get a goal at the beginning of the game in like 10 minutes in and then just pack it in. They got the goal in 61st minute. Italy did not get a goal. That's crazy. They only had 10 total shots in the game. Italy, I feel like, for me, as much as that they're a defensive team, they're a tactics type of team, I always think about the relics, the past players,
Pirlo.
and they're able to shoot from anywhere. They're always trying to get that ball,
Yeah.
make that 1 yard of space
Fullbacks.
and shoot that
Yeah.
ball in.
They're very-
And always pressing and always getting that ball up in the... I stopped myself on that one. They're always trying to get the ball
the field.
inside the other team's 18-yard box.
tiptoeing around now.
Yeah.
Balls on the ball.
But the thing is, it's just this Italy team. There's something missing. I don't know what it is. It's
You know what it is, dude? It's just, it's that spine. You know, eventually they lost that spine.
Rossi in too old.
I'm not ready to go there. I'm not.
Are you ready to say that De Rossi's too old to start for Italy?
No.
Yeah. Well, like here's the thing.
I don't know.
Look, what I'm going to say about
Got
Italy,
guys.
man, is like,
Zaza.
it's the same when England retired that golden generation of Lampard and all them.
Yeah,
England's
Pirlo
going through it
retired.
now until Rashford and that class started coming through. So I think right now Italy's going through that where finally, Icardi came through or Immobile's coming through. But you look at that back line, it's an aging back line, it's an aging goalkeeper. Sure, you have Donnarumma coming through at goalkeeper. But all we're saying is that Italy's in a dip. And the fact that they're in a
100%.
playoff
Yeah, no, they're
to
100%
get into the World
in a
Cup is
dip.
dipping. I don't think we should write them off. But I think
So I'm
it
saying I'm
might
ready
be
to start attacking the spine and all that.
No, but
ready
the
to
spine's
go there.
gone, dude. What I'm saying I'm not saying the spine is in your personality. I'm saying
I
your
think half
goalkeeper,
of it is still
defender.
there.
No, but the spine, if it's incomplete, then
It's just
odds are your
old. It's
team
just
falls
aging.
apart. You lost your number 9. They didn't have a number 9. They had Graziano Pelle last year.
And you lost your 10.
You lost your 10,
But now
you
you-
have your 2, you're your center back, and you have your goalie. But half a spine doesn't still work at this level, is my point.
All
The
I'm saying is
spine's
look
gone.
at the talent, though. Look at Verratti that they've coming through. They've
Verratti
other
didn't
guys,
do anything.
man.
Yeah, dude,
And
100% they're
Gabbiadini.
coming. As of today,
guys.
there's no spine in Italy. As of today.
Well, it's not even the spine. But what about I'm always having trouble with his name. El Shaarawy of Roma.
Well done, Hussy.
Look,
wow,
Yes.
Look, this guy,
Wow.
he's been balling out. He saved Roma. The thing is, why do you not bring him in to Italy right now? He's in form. Put him in. He got speed. You know I like speed. He got skill. He can shoot the ball. He can cross the ball. He's dangerous. He's the Italian Mane.
that
Put him
hairdo.
in the goddamn game.
He's gotta change
Let
that
him-
hairdo.
And he did
That
change the
hairdo,
hairdo.
he
It's
did
shorter
change
now.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
hairdo,
you
the
see
last
what
name.
you see what he
Egyptian.
did in Champions League. This
Yeah,
is the
he
time
does.
you pick him up. Not when he's doing poorly. He's doing so well right now. This is the time that you put him in the starting 11
You should have
or
picked
first sub. Or he should be in the one of the 3 guys. They only use 2 subs in the game.
Well, not
How
every-
you're down 1-0. You need to win this game or at least get a draw.
Well-
and you don't.
It's tough
You
to
want to make 2
introduce.
subs?
Here's the
Come
thing: it's
on.
tough to introduce a guy like that. We'll wrap this
I
up.
don't
soon,
think
but
it
it's
is.
tough.
I don't think
you
it
know
is.
You know why, Huss? Because you have to introduce him into the national team setup and everything like that. You know what I mean?
Kick it,
He has to-
hit him the ball, see what he
that.
does.
No.
He's a special. I
So
think he can
Italy-
make his own shots. He can make his own
I
plays.
agree, but Italy has always been a tight-knit national team. There are national teams
It's
out
not like
there.
Gareth Southgate with England, who's like, all right, this week we're gonna captain Kane. This
Or-
week we're gonna captain Dyer.
Or
It's not like
Belgium,
that.
where they're pulling talent from all over
Yeah.
the world. Usually, Italy is concentrated, almost like Spain, where it's coming from 2 or 3 teams in Italy, and those players become more bonded. Now, there's obviously benefits to that, and they showed it in 2006 when they won. And there's also contractors to that when they're going to Euros with a bunch of no names. So now
And they have like Insigne, who plays the same position as El Shaarawy and is better than him. So
Not right now. Not in the
Yeah,
last.
right now.
Maybe not in the last
maybe he's
3
not
weeks.
hotter, but
That's what I'm saying.
But still,
But
he's still hot.
To not even make the bench.
All right, I get that. But
Switzerland.
Yeah.
Switzerland make it to their 4th consecutive World Cup final after drawing 0-0 with Northern Ireland. They won
Swiss
1-0 in Northern Ireland with a controversial penalty. Couldn't overturn it in the
Nope.
second leg. It would have been their first World Cup in 32 years had Northern Ireland made it. So it was just devastating for them. Came within 1 goal of extra time. Johnny Evans' header cleared off the line in the last minute by the man who scored the penalty in Northern Ireland. So heartbreak there for Ireland, Northern Ireland. But your boy
Rodriguez.
Shaka,
Yeah, Shaka,
your boy
man.
Shaka is going to be exposed again at
He's
another
a-
international
no,
tournament.
Man. He's a baller for
He
Switzerland.
balls for
He
Switzerland.
balls for Switzerland. That's why I'm glad. We're bound to talk about Arsenal at some point.
God.
Might as well just dig into it
Yeah,
right here.
yeah.
Look, Shaka is a baller. You know why? The manager gives him freedom to shoot from distance, to use his strengths, to hit the long ball. He's their playmaker, their deep line playmaker. They have other guys.
He's
as
their
well.
big fish.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, he's comfortable in that setup.
Constant pressure, pinging. Let him do what he does best. At Arsenal, we see fans urging him to shoot every time he touches the ball because he can do it. There's guys like Mohamed El Neni as well who can ping, and other guys, but for some reason Wenger discourages it. It's all about pass.
Fuck
He shines.
Fuck him. Let's talk about the real
Whoa.
guy. Yeah, Ricardo Rodriguez,
Yeah.
the guy that hit the penalty, and the guy that Liverpool and Arsenal should have went a little bit further into the transfer window
Into.
with. They should have grabbed this guy. He should be in the EPL right now. This guy, he's just splendid. When you watch him play, no, he goes up. He's one of the best crosses. I feel
He's
like
one of the best,
as a left back.
dead ball specialist. Not in terms of
Even on the
free
run for
kick,
me.
like accuracy or stuff. I just mean delivery. The delivery.
But even on the run, this guy can produce magic. So I don't understand how. Well, I do understand AC Milan had so much money they got him. But if AC Milan did not get that huge 300 million boost,
Yeah.
I cannot imagine him not being in the EPL. I wish he was on Liverpool. I really do.
This Switzerland team's good, man. This is a good little team here. They've been on a run for a little while now.
And Mbolo didn't even start. I don't know. I feel like Mbolo was gonna get the start on that because I believe in this young kid. Was he 20?
I believe that we will
Was he
win.
21?
You just jumped on that train.
Real. You subbed
sure.
on.
I can't.
I'm excited to see Greenwich. Not
20.
Shaka.
Yeah,
I'm
you
excited to see
you
Shaqiri, a.k.a. Hussy Boy's Crust, at the tournament because he's having a strong year for Stoke. One of the few bright spots so far this season. Still registering goals and assists. He's having a good season. You need to have a good season going into a World Cup.
Fabian Schär, that's the Inter center back who's been balling. Young center back's been balling all year, man. Like,
Shaqiri.
When we were playing TES with Eagles.
Biggest biceps in the game of
bring up
football.
bullshit.
Shaqiri.
Shaqiri. Biggest biceps in
What
football.
about Balotelli?
I think Shaqiri might have bigger biceps than him.
You know why his
Arnautovic.
biggest
Dude,
biceps?
per
I'm
ratio.
bigger than-
Dude, he's
Oh,
tiny.
Biggest biceps in the game, hands down, Adama Traore.
Yeah.
What a
Hands
Yeah,
down.
that's true.
He's bodybuilder big.
Yeah, that's
no.
true.
No. Biggest
just a
biceps
fast
in the
bro.
game.
It's gotta be not
A
that.
gooch
Yeah,
on
no.
Yewu. On Yewu.
Is he still playing
Is he
though?
playing?
Dude, it's like I be playing
This-
college ball somewhere or something. He's gonna be
I
playing
feel like-
semi-pro.
I feel like this is one of those bicep 11. We need to get the top 11 biceps in the game of football.
Kolasanic
Write
at
that
left
down.
back.
No.
Golasanic, definitely.
Yeah, no.
Better get a
bicep,
headlock
no
from that
beast
guy?
11, bicep 11.
Bicep.
Bicep, just straight up, just boom.
Ivanovic
biceps.
got to be in there still.
Legendary bicep team, Oliver Kahn, captain.
Do you have biceps? His shit was too baggy.
Yeah.
Dude,
No,
he used to. There was a conversation between him and Schmeichel. They're both talking. He's like, I spent way more time in the weight room. You know, like I was more worried about getting as big as I could possibly get.
Yeah,
I'm trying to-
to
that
fill
was-
the net with
yeah,
his size.
exactly.
I don't even know if this guy's still playing. The guy that used to play for Wimbledon, the big fucking guy. He was like 300 pounds.
Yeah, he was like a
enormous
story.
striker.
Yeah, he
What
was a
his name?
story. The black dude,
Holy
man.
shit, dude.
Oh,
he was
yeah,
enormous.
I know
That's
who
he might take up the entire
The
11.
Beast.
He was like, yeah, his nickname's like the Beast. He might as well have played linebacker, not even linebacker. lineman football.
Yeah, lineman, offensive lineman. He's like 300 pounds easily.
All right, let's keep it moving. We're gonna go to Denmark playing.
Hold on, I gotta shout him out. Akinfiwa.
Just one name.
Edebayo Akinfiwa.
Cool,
The
man.
beast.
He's an absolute beast.
Good call, Huss.
Thank you.
Denmark 0, Republic of Ireland 0. They play on Tuesday in Ireland,
5'11".
and it's basically a winner takes all game.
You know what? When I watched this game,
What?
I was slightly.
Why are you yelling?
Am I
You're
young?
yelling-
I
you're
was
yelling.
slightly rooting. I was sorry. I was slightly
Don't
rooting
move
for
back towards you.
Bentner. When he came in the,
The
game,
Lord.
I was like,
The
"Here he
Lord."
comes! Here he comes!
the
Put the
biggest
ball in the net."
distraction.
Dude,
He
man.
looks. He's so bad. He's so sluggish. Even when he's defending, he's just throwing his legs around. He's not doing anything out there. But when it comes down to the end of the game,
He once
both
claimed he was
teams-
gonna win a ball on you.
Yeah.
both teams had chances,
guy.
and it was exciting to watch the end of this game. I really enjoyed the end of this game, even though that ended up in a 0-0 tie. Both teams looked as if they were tired, but at the same time they were both
going
attacking
for it.
full
Yeah,
force.
I mean, look, dude, you're playing to get into the World Cup. I mean, if people don't know, this comes every 4 years. 32 teams from around the world compete. Like, this is massive pride for your country. Like, usually, once you qualify, you'll probably get a mention, maybe even a visit from your president, depending how big your country is.
Oh, it's
You know,
major.
it's
Even the
huge,
revenue you
dude.
get, the exposure you get.
big time revenue.
Yeah, the economic revenue. Like,
Harry Arter.
It's amazing.
Arthur, I feel like he kind of has to pass in his man card a little bit because there was a few instances where I think he went down very easily, maybe held his face, but you know what? It is what it is.
Chris
He's trying to
Brown.
win the game.
Chris Brown Pings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chris
Brian
Brown
Pings,
Pings, man.
Mr. from West Brom. Yeah, he pings. Honduras 0, Australia 0, a game in which the U.S. should have been playing but is not. Honduras manages to hold Australia, who scored what do we say, 28 goals? in this-
48 goals in 20 games in qualifying.
But
to
look,
give you an idea
who
how
they're
good-
Hey, we
they're
know.
playing.
We know
Yeah,
who
no,
they're
but
playing.
we still
Relax.
have to
I don't know why you
mention
hate on
that.
Australia. It's so bad.
It's not about Australia. It's
No.
about the league that they play in.
It's
Dude,
about
it's about their
Rogic.
region.
It's about-
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
understand.
geographic. Yeah, it's not a choice. But yes.
Look at the easy group.
Oh, look, the U.S. got an easy group and they stumbled this year. The U.S. has an easy group and they didn't make it. So they play on Wednesday. Australia hosts Honduras on Wednesday for a do-or-die game. Same thing with New Zealand, Peru. Peru manages to
Come on,
get out
Peru.
there.
Peru.
To
I
get out there
like
with-
Peru. I like Peru.
You know what?
Peru.
That is a devastating chant when
Yeah.
they're all in the stadium.
Dude, when they beat Brazil in Foxborough,
Oh my
in
goodness.
Boston, I was at the game. It was 2 years ago now, a year and a half ago. Incredible. The turnout for the Peruvians was incredible. I had no idea that many Peruvians in New England.
They're everywhere.
Because usually there's a lot of Brazilians in this area in
Sure.
New England. So I thought they were gonna have a big turnout. Neymar wasn't there. It was at the Olympics.
Peru's gonna be in a little
Peru,
bit
man,
of
solid
trouble though,
squad.
man. Their best player, in my opinion, Guerrero, was busted, unfortunately. It was
busted.
an anti-doping kind of a thing.
Busted doping.
You busted.
Yeah,
Failed the test.
Failed the test, so it's going to be suspended. They're not sure exactly what the substance was. That hasn't been released, or as far as I know, but they're going to be missing their best player.
Is
so
that
it's gonna
selfish
be
of
tricky.
him? Because you know this game's coming up. Is that selfish of him?
Hey, if you're not cheating, you ain't trying to win.
teammates get angry with him?
It depends if there are teammates who are taking it.
Look at your own life. You know, players that have failed not a drug test per se. Yeah, someone ripped ass. Appreciate it. Oh my god, I can't even think now.
Dude,
It hasn't hit me.
Are you kidding me? It was all around me when I was making that last statement.
We've all played
I
with
didn't blink an eye.
players. We've all played with players that were out drinking the night before and got caught by the coach,
For
and
sure.
you know, and they punish your team.
Better
But-
coach than cops.
Better coach than cops. Doesn't matter.
Touche.
Even if the cops get you, then you really can't play.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
just saying we've all played with guys at the college
Who
level,
aren't as
high
dedicated.
school level that weren't as dedicated. No doubt talented, but it's just part of the game. But I mean, that guy comes back, you still take him back. You know,
If he's your best player, yeah.
Dude, what did you eat? Is that, so that's like.
Protein,
I
homie.
can't spell
That's
it.
chicken
It's
salad.
Is that
Chicken
boiled
salad.
eggs, dude?
What was
That's
it?
great.
Cheese?
Protein, dude.
Was it chicken salad?
Protein
Can't
shake.
believe I can't.
Oh,
spell
was it? I'm not even gonna get
It's
it.
in my eyes.
All right.
Was it one of these?
Nuggets.
CLNS, no?
Hey everybody, how you doing? It's time for our ad for CLNS Media, everybody. CLNS Media is a radio broadcasting group out of Boston, Massachusetts. They do large live coverage of games in the area for the Boston Celtics, New England Revolution, New England Patriots. Sorry, it's just really still. I can't even
Can't
think in
even
this room
think.
right now.
Did I try cracking a
Jeez, was that a
window?
second one, man?
No, never.
Oh
This is
my
one. That's
God.
all it takes.
They
were right.
That was the Hiroshima of farts right there. Jesus. But yeah, they have great quality for sports. They put us on. They put the big guys on. They put us on.
Celtics.
Sorry, this is the worst read of all time.
That's what happened, dude. You jamming out.
Oh God.
CLNS Media. If you go to clnsmedia.com, you get to listen to the top
hitting me now.
sporting podcasts. Either New England podcast. They picked up the Lakers. They also talk about general stuff like pop culture, entertainment, all kinds of podcasts in there. They definitely support our show and our development, so we appreciate them having our back. So download their app. Go to any app store, search CLNS Media, and it should come up, or go to their website, clnsmedia.com.
And that's free for your iPhone or Android device.
Yeah, and if you're interested as well, you can sign up to employ full-time and part-time journalists, commentators, producers from around the world. They feature all the different Bostonian teams in there, so definitely a good look. clnsmedia.com.
Nuggets. The biggest nugget, let's get into it. Well, for me at least, Gareth Bale, bombs dropped.
Let's go.
Has an injury setback.
Again.
Al
Oh my
pops
goodness.
off in the group text. I send a link of the story to the group text. Al goes absolutely nuts. Al, what's your beef?
Absolutely nuts. I
What's
just
your
said
beef
how it
with
was.
this?
I said how it was.
Essentially, I said that this guy is now 28 years old. He's getting to, once you start approaching 30, you got to reassess your game in general. Your diets, your game match preparation. This guy's still trying to bust the gut on every run. He's a physical specimen, but his body obviously cannot hold up. And few bodies can. I know in this room, we play a few games at our highest level, he's still picking up injuries. I can't imagine at his level, the stuff he tries to do, his body just can't keep up, and he's going to go the way of Michael Owen if he doesn't refine his game. I was saying in the text, like his countryman Ryan Giggs before him, start doing yoga. I'm going to play center mid now, out of nowhere. He no doubt has the skill and technical ability, but does he have the brains to drop deeper, or to use his mind more than his speed?
Look, this guy played. He's transitioned before, right, from a left back to a left midfielder, and like you said, he does have the technique. I think right now he's on that like Van Persie slump.
Put him back
where
at left
he
back.
played at the beginning of his career. Now he got into his 24, 25. He's injury ridden. He's 28 years old currently. I think he should go to Man United where they give him a bunch of roids and he'll stay healthy.
Won't happen.
Or I think he should come back to Spurs, and I think that right there, Gareth Bale coming to Spurs, that gives Spurs legitimate chance to win the league, or maybe to pull off a double.
I say, Gareth Bale, don't want you at United.
You don't? I thought you did at one point.
I did at one point.
But now because of this injury,
He can't
Because of-
stay fit
because
for
of
more than
injury after
4
injury after
months.
injury. That's
He's still injured. He gets
he
injured
got
while he's
healthy.
injured.
He got healthy
For like a week.
was on track, training, and then had an injury setback again. And then that's when Real Madrid was like, all right, enough is enough. We'll put in
And it's
an
a
85 million pound price tag on him. I don't want him at United because he's just not healthy, and he's 28. So like Al's saying, he's on that other side of his career. He's not going to lose his speed in 2 years or so, but like still, he's a player who's sort of not plateaued, but has hit sort of the peak of his development. I don't think Bale is getting better now, So, one, that's why I don't want him at United. Two, I don't think Tottenham is a great place for him.
It's a great
What?
place. I think it's a great place.
Look,
What?
the
The chosen one comes home.
Down.
The reason for that, man, you look at Tottenham, it's a team of team spirit. You look at the players individually, Trippier, Davies, all these guys have performed because of that team unity, that team cohesiveness, and in my opinion, I think because there's only one alpha dog at that club, and that's Harry Kane. You watch how Spurs are now starting to deal with having an alpha dog bigger than the club, and you're starting to see slight cracks in Spurs' game.
Who?
Harry Kane.
Okay.
Team Harry Kane. That's the news right now. Team Harry Kane. I think that's rocking the boat a little bit at Spurs.
I don't think it's rocking boat at all.
It is because as soon as he sits, the team can't play without him.
I
The
think
team
that-
cannot
I
play
think
without
That's
him.
because he's so good.
I think that's
rocking
more-
the
yeah.
boat.
No. Look, but when you're trying to get to that next level,
Which is why you bring in another alpha and freaking Bale.
I think if
that
Bale
upsets-
goes back
I
to
think-
Spurs, it would be unbelievable
It'll be
for the Spurs.
unbelievable.
I don't think so.
If
I don't
Madrid,
think so.
if Madrid sell the Spurs, I can easily see Harry Kane going the other way. Zidane's already come out in admiration. Speaking of Harry
even
Kane,
that would destroy the
that
club.
would be worse. Harry
Look,
Kane.
I
I'm
don't
saying
think
there's
bringing
gotta be
I
some
think
kind
bringing in a guy like, say, Lucas Moura, that's a guy you want to bring in, young, healthy, has that power. Maybe not
Very
as a-
unproven at the high level.
Fair enough. But Tottenham is an unproven team. That's the power
Which
of
is
Tottenham.
why you bring an experienced player who won Champions League in his first year, won Copa del Rey in his first year
but
with Real
not-
Madrid,
but not
and
in
he's a club boy. He came through the system.
But he left the club.
And
Of course.
he's also
A lot
a
of
great.
people left.
he's-
And when Pogba left the club,
100%.
and
But
Pogba
Rooney
came back.
Yeah, at 23, dude. So Rooney going back to Everton, a guy who's past his peak. I think it's similar. I think
their
Bale.
peaks- look,
no.
Bale's
Look,
a better
if
player
Bale had been
currently.
playing healthy, sure, go for it. But you're going to bring in a guy who's going to triple your wage bill, who's going to sit on the sideline
That,
being
to me,
a
is the
superstar.
only issue is the wage bill.
And the superstar, the mentality of now there's a superstar who only plays half the games and is paid more. Look at Danny Rose, how unsettled he became when Walker left.
It's risky, but there's no guaranteeing.
I don't
that
think-
he's not. He's going to be unhealthy.
No. There's no guarantee, bro. There's no guarantee he's going to be
Either
successful.
way.
Yeah,
Either way,
we're not
there's
sitting
no
here
guarantee.
guaranteeing. We're
I
sitting here
just think
spinning a
that the
corner.
juice is worth the squeeze in this.
Two
I don't
things.
think so.
Two things with Harry Kane. One, he's a product of Tottenham. Also, his relationship with Pochettino will make a difference. I truly believe that
Kane
they like
or
each
Bale?
other
Both
on
of them.
Kane.
Both
And
of
then
them,
also, here's a little food for thought: is Kane better for Tottenham now than Bale was better for Tottenham at the time
Well,
they left?
let's not
Who's
forget-
better? Who's
let's-
better? Who's
let's-
better?
let-
Kane
you know
at
what,
that time?
we're asking a
Or-
question, let us
so
answer.
Kane
Okay,
right
can
now
you
or
answer?
Bale?
Go ahead, Al.
Well, put into perspective, Gareth Bale was scoring goals from 30 yards out in the
How many
last
times?
minute,
Once, twice?
like 5 times.
I don't know if it was 5.
It was.
But no, I
was in
remember
Europa
one of those
League.
goals was just like breathtaking. It was one of the best goals I've ever seen
It's
in my
not
life.
just
But
that,
he
but
was-
he was a supporting cast.
He was
too.
carrying this team on his back single-handedly, more so than Harry Kane was now. Now there's a better system around Harry Kane.
Kane is
False.
carrying it
Kane-
more now, but it's because he has more help than Bale did back then.
Exactly.
Spurs are at a better.
They've achieved
Spurs
more.
We're finishing second like 2 years in a row. They're in the Champions League now. Bale was trying to get them
Push
to that
top
level.
4.
Same thing with Modric.
And he
It was
gave
a-
up.
It was a different.
He went to Real
Spurs-
Madrid.
He didn't give up. I think
That's-
he wanted to leave to
had
achieve
ambition
his
and he
dreams.
won Champions League. That's what he did.
He's got 2
He didn't
Champions
give up.
Leagues. He's got La Liga. He's got Copa del Rey.
He's
So he's
still-
won
look,
everything
look,
you
he's
could win at
still-
Madrid. I
but
think
This
it's time
is
for him
the
to come home.
perfect time for
Time
him
for
to come back
home.
because look, even
I don't
Spurs they
think so.
just beat Madrid now. So Bale must be fluttering his eyes like,
No,
oh wow.
But that's my point, man. Is that this team beat Real Madrid without bringing in these $100 million injury-prone superstars. If Bale was healthy, let me stress it again, guys. If Bale had a healthy track record, bring him back.
Hey, but
he's going to give you 40 games in a year, and that's irreplaceable.
Fair point.
The point is, you're paying
Fair point.
85 million, you're tripling your wage bill, and this guy's going to play half the games. I don't think that's good for the locker room.
You win those games that he
but
plays
you
in
win them
probably.
anyway. You win them anyway.
But who
But
did
this time you win a title.
who did they
But
sign
you
this
can
summer?
win a trophy.
Who
You
did
can
they
win
sign?
games, but
Who
never
did
win a
Spurs
trophy.
sign this summer?
Sanchez, a no-name. How's he look now?
No.
No, I'm
Fantastic.
saying they didn't really sign any attacking, any players going forward.
I think we're wasting our time with Bale anyways.
No,
because they're
wait,
not going to buy him because they don't have the money because they're going to bring up the whole
No,
stadium
they
issue.
have but they have.
No, but I don't think they're going to.
No,
I
they
think
have
they're
the
going to
money.
say that we don't have the money because they have
Everybody
to pay.
has the money.
Just
No,
like how Arsenal did.
Everybody
No, but
has the
that's
money.
Arsenal.
It's
No, but I think
different
Tottenham's
we
going
all
to be the
know
same way.
Arsenal's
I don't think
lying.
so.
They have the money.
But I think Tottenham's going to be the
I
same way.
don't
They're not
think
going to
so.
buy anyone for 100 million.
You know why they are gonna buy someone big, and I don't think it should be big. I think
Man
yes,
City.
you should go out there and spend your 100
Well,
million.
Zaha.
Who can they attract? He's at
Zaha.
the Bale level.
Zaha.
No, he's
Well, not
nowhere
Bale
near
level,
the
but
Bale level.
Zaza?
That's my question. Who else can they attract in terms of a superstar or a star
But I
at
don't
the
know.
Bale level?
But I don't
He's probably
think
the highest they
I
go.
don't think you necessarily need that to get Tottenham over the edge. You bring in a guy like Kingsley Coman. I think that helps Tottenham.
It helps,
Yes, he's
but
unproven.
I think it's a balance. Don't
think
get me
you
wrong.
want
I'm
them
not just
to
saying
win.
if you
I think-
bring Bale in, it's an automatic win. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he takes you a step closer. Yes, you may
I'm
need to address maybe the center midfield.
That's
a
where we
little bit,
differ because
but
he doesn't play enough. I say yes, as far as when he's playing, he takes you a step closer. But the time he's not, I'm saying hurts the chemistry of that club, man.
Okay, so enough about Spurs.
great to be.
Yeah.
Still on Gareth Bale. He's most likely leaving Madrid this summer. Time is up. They're ready to move on with him. Where would he go besides there? You know, who
Maybe
who
Liverpool
who can you
as
see
a
as a
striker.
suitor for this guy?
Maybe Liverpool as a striker, and I know that sounds a little bit
I
strange.
see-
I could see something like that happening.
Here's a club, PSG.
PSG.
They don't need him to play every game. He doesn't need to play every game. They'll pay him his
But
wage
they're
bill.
selling Di Maria.
That's
They
fine.
have to
Bring in
get rid of
Gareth
this
Bale,
sum.
a
But
Champions
to
League
balance
winner.
the books.
I was thinking
Yeah,
about
but-
it.
I don't think they could sign many more players after Neymar.
Look,
for
maybe we
that-
don't,
for
but
that money.
85 mil they could sign. I'm telling you, next year PSG is spending 85 mil or more on one player.
I think
Probably.
Chelsea.
They'll do it. They'll find a way.
Coutinho.
It's going to be Mbappe.
Or
because
Chelsea.
I think I could see Bale at Chelsea or either the
those kinda-
Manchester clubs.
Yeah,
can
the
see him
Manchester
there.
clubs, I could see him at Manchester. I personally don't want him there because, again, this dude is only there
I see
half the time.
Spurs as well. I really do see Spurs as
I
well.
see Spurs as again, man. I've been watching Spurs for the last 3 years very closely, just about every one of their game. There's something
missing,
different.
right?
No, but there's something different happening there. I don't
Yeah.
think all they need is a plug and play superstar who's only going to play 18 games for them. Yes, they do need a bit extra to help Harry Kane, some of his swag. All I'm saying is I don't think an injury-prone Bale is that.
What about Italy though? Serie A. Put him.
You can
Put
go
him.
there.
Put him for
Absolutely.
AC Milan,
Perfect.
Inter Milan,
Oh, I
Juventus.
would love to see Gareth Bale at
You
AC
could
Milan.
absolutely
That
go
would
there.
be
You could-
incredible.
Depending on their financial situation,
You're
because
the
if they don't,
fastest guy
if
in
they,
the league. Right?
Absolutely.
but if AC Milan doesn't make the Champions League, there's rumors that they're going to have to sell a bunch of players because they're going to have to make the money back. But if they're able to bring in a player such as Bale, hello Italy.
Look, I think he's going to change the team, regardless of where he goes. I think he changed the team, and it's the same thing that I get the cautiousness of the price tag and bringing him because of his durability.
That's
I think
all.
the juice is worth the squeeze. I think you can get
What about
5
Monaco?
more years out of him.
I think his ego.
No,
play
Monaco.
anywhere.
Yeah, but Monaco has so much money that they can just boom,
Monaco,
poof.
Monaco,
There's the money, take it.
they made their mistake of having those big buys. It went against them. They had to sell everyone.
They
the
brought back
financial-
injury-prone Falcao. How's he doing?
No,
They-
at
so they
what
can-
price? At what price? A way cut price, and they sold him
But-
for, right?
but that's
because
fine.
of when financial
He was-
trouble.
I'm sure they can-
Monaco
loan.
now is a youth team.
But,
they're
but if
they're
no
one of
one,
the best at developing youth.
we're
now.
talking as if Bale will be sold for 85 million. I don't think a lot of teams will go for him at 85
too.
million. So they could probably get him at maybe 60, and because
No
all
way, not
maybe,
60.
maybe even
Who's
70.
Monaco
but
buying for 60 now?
But all the money that they just sold, all the players that they sold, all that money that they have, they can just throw 70 like it's nothing.
Yeah, they could, but does it fit into what we've seen recently? No, it just doesn't fit.
I could see him in France though.
I can see him in Italy. I think he'd destroy
Well, I could
it.
obviously see
Back
him.
in the
I think he'd
EPL.
destroy it. I would love to see him.
He
think his
could
body
really go
can handle
anywhere.
it. I don't think his body
come
can
back.
handle the durability.
If you manage him like,
If
if you manage him like,
you
like,
can't play
like
in La
Zizou
Liga.
managed Cristiano last season, you know,
Different guys.
sparingly, you know.
it's different diets, different
Until he's
body.
fit.
Yeah, but like,
And he won't look. He'll have to play.
look,
What
some
about-
players, some
what
players
about-
are just some players hit a point and they're just prone, dude. Michael Owen tore that hamstring. We all saw it on TV, and that was it for him. He had the best doctors in the world, best physios in the world,
No
but
way
he
back.
was just never the same.
way back.
Same thing with Torres when he did his knee, never the same. There's certain players who are just physically specimens. Ronaldo, I think, has been blessed never to have that kind of explosive
He's a
injury
freak.
because I don't think. But even then, I don't think his body would have come back the same because he's so explosive. I think Bale plays. He constantly has muscle injuries.
Because he plays so tough. He goes
Because
100
he
miles an hour.
Exactly.
What if he
and your
doesn't-
body as having a skeletal human body made of carbon? I don't think can handle the powers he demands on that body. 38 games in La Liga, never mind
Which is
in the
why he'll
EPL.
have to change his game. He'll have to change his
that was
game
Al's
when he's
point.
28,
Yeah,
29.
he won't
He will.
Bale might not be leaving Madrid. He could go to Atletico because if Griezmann leaves this summer,
You're just getting...
no,
wow.
why is that weird?
He could go to the New England
Why is that
Revolution.
weird?
No, no,
Because
no,
if
no.
Griezmann
Huss.
leaves, you throw him at the front.
For sure it's possible, but we're trying to like stick
Realistically.
within... Yeah, he could go...
And
Dude,
he
could go
really likes.
Southampton, could afford it.
He personally likes Spain. He personally likes Madrid. So I could see him switching over.
He
Not more
doesn't
than
personally
hope.
like
Not-
Madrid.
not
I
more
think
than
he- I
hope.
think-
no.
I
Fact
think they went off
of
of
life.
thoughts.
Fact of life. If you read
From
about
what
him, he doesn't like Madrid. And Madrid look, he likes Madrid, the city.
He doesn't like how he's
Yeah,
treated
that's what
by
he
fans.
Yes,
He doesn't
It's
feel
not a- it's
all
not
the
a
way
nice
welcome.
Different fans. What do you say? He likes the city.
If he look,
Yeah,
Huss,
look,
if he
dude,
went to
it's Madrid.
Atletico, realize that's like Luis Figo to Barca. Like you're going to
That's
the direct
massive,
rival. He'd have to be pissed, right? There'd have to be some sort of incentive for him to go to
It'd have to
Atletico
be
Madrid.
As in, like
There's
a
lot-
club saying that you're not good enough to be with us. We want to sell you. Where do you want to go?
Yeah,
like that
I'm
type
not
of
saying
test.
I'm not saying it's impossible,
Yeah.
but what at the same
Huss,
time,
it's
what
like
I'm saying
going-
is they're gonna double charge Atletico with the fee.
It's like
No, I
it's like
fully
it's like going to
fully
Liverpool.
understand.
It's like going Liverpool to United. There
I
are
fully
players who've done
understand.
that, vice versa. There's Arsenal to Tottenham. Players who've done that, vice
I
versa.
fully understand.
But to make that move, usually there's some kind of fire burning because you know you're going to upset the millions of people you've made your fans to the stage. So for him to go to Atletico Madrid, he would have to be pissed at Real Madrid. And I don't think he's pissed at Real Madrid. I think he's unhappy because the fans never accepted him. Because like I told Tom, they expect a bit more of that close control. Yes, he's
They do.
dribbled in tight spaces.
They do.
And that's where I think he's going to struggle to evolve in his game,
That's
man.
why I
because
think he's perfect for the EPL.
I don't think
I think
so.
he's perfect. He could drop
He's
in.
gonna be-
he could drop
No,
into a left.
Winter would
back
eat him
as
up.
he-
But
The
that's-
older he gets into,
what about
into
Winter?
a center midfielder type of role.
No, but that's the
'Cause he
thing, you
pings. The man
Look,
pings. He's
look.
technical.
So's Wayne Rooney, bro. So's Wayne Rooney. Ping.
Can he change
saw
his
him,
game?
We saw him in the midfield. It's a different animal.
I think he can.
I don't
You
think he can, yeah.
And that's,
But I mean,
that's
if
where Bale unrests
I know you're
lies.
gonna say I'm biased because I'm gonna talk about him again. If Liverpool does make Champions League again, they do get that money. I could see Gareth Bale going to Liverpool for no
you
for
wish it.
no for multiple reasons. That's not nuts.
Oh, you wish it.
Tell me why this guy who could go to just about
Because
any club in the
if
world will choose Liverpool, a team.
Hasn't won a
That
title
doesn't
in
even have a
because
set
years.
first things first, we don't know which teams are actually going to go for him. Liverpool might be one of, if not the best team going
But
for him.
as soccer
And
pundits,
but no-
we can
I
we can
fully-
guess what's going on in the world,
Yes.
and you guys wouldn't pay 90 million for Virgil.
What's the number?
wouldn't pay
It was
big bucks for
70. It was
Virgil.
70. But
Well,
no, they got
70,
shut
it's
down
an
because of Southampton.
exaggeration. It's the same
They
thing.
were going to pay it, but they get shut down by Southampton. But what's one big thing
about-
that Jurgen Klopp loves? Speed. What does Bale have?
Huss,
Speed.
What's the one thing you don't need at Liverpool?
Speed.
Speed. You have it. You don't
defenders.
need-
Let's take the Liverpool mentality, bro. Let's get some defenders.
No,
Man.
Bale because he's this fancy
How
Real
many
Madrid
times?
player.
How many
he's so
times
fast.
how many times have we
Trojan
heard
horse.
other pundits talk about taking Firmino out and putting Mane up top?
Why don't you just
How
get
many
an
times
actual
have we
number
heard
9
pundits
instead of
say
trying to
that
convert
Liverpool
him?
need defenders?
What I'm saying
center
is,
backs.
then
People
Salah
can
and
defend.
Bale on the outside.
What's
then
your
we,
problem today, dude? What's your problem at Liverpool today?
Trust me, I don't think that it should begin and end with Bale. They obviously need to
I don't
begin
think
with defenders, and if they get Bale, I would not be surprised.
That's a wait. That's a
I
wait.
think the world
You
would
can
be
buy
shocked.
two defenders for 40 million, or you can
Dude,
buy one guy for 85.
And you had
know?
to
Or all
postpone.
three
You had
with
to
today's,
postpone one of your-
money.
You have to postpone one of your Keita deal, the Keita deal, to next season. Like you signed him, and now he's playing this season, and they're like, oh shit, he might not be that good. Either that, or he's not motivated.
If
My
they-
point is, Liverpool isn't fast and loose with the cash.
No.
You have to address your midfield and your defense because Henderson ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah, we have
Speed.
Keita already coming in. We have other
You
players.
have a new guy
Speed.
coming in. Obviously, you have Champions League, so Keita, one new center mid is not going to be enough. As long as Milner's still playing in that position, it means you have holes in that
I'd
position,
rather
center
see
mid,
Liverpool
and you
just
need
get
center backs
Zaha.
and a goalkeeper.
A guy
No,
like that.
don't
you,
say it.
You get a guy like Zaha,
Don't say
who's
it.
also been linked with Arsenal as well. Look, man, the whole Bale thing, he could go anywhere, Huss.
Yeah,
Okay?
no, that's
He
what I'm
could
saying.
go anywhere.
I would not be surprised. if he
But
could
now
go
we're
much
talking
more.
about percentages and
Yeah.
probability, and
That's
the
it.
probability is way less
I'll give him a
likely
call
in
there.
our favor,
I'll
son.
tell him to go
But
to.
Willie Zaha, meant to move on to a different nugget,
Really?
linked with a 35 million euro move to Arsenal. How do you guys
Don't
feel
do
about
it.
this, man?
Don't do it, boy.
He's not going.
Don't do it.
Alexis Sanchez is out, obviously.
If they get relegated, I can see him being like, well, I got no other choice. Like, I guess I'll go to Arsenal. But I'd love to see him on Spurs. I'd love to see him anywhere else but Arsenal.
I would
Or
say,
Liverpool.
I don't like
I
to
would
see him on
say
Spurs.
Arsenal.
I can see him making
Best
the
fit,
move.
I think.
For now, it's the best fit. He's going to get the most playing time. Arsenal or Liverpool, he'll get some burn at Liverpool.
I'd be very happy to see this, right? Because this is the rare thing we're talking about a guy falling out. He's a Man United flop, quote unquote, falling out of a top 4, bouncing back into one.
Lukaku.
This would be kind of rare to see. And yeah, same thing. Lukaku, right? Loaned out. Now he's successful. You know me, man. I love Willy Zaha. I love his game. I do like him at Arsenal, but I'm a little bit wary. Little bit wary because
the manager.
Because of the exactly.
Dude, he'll be allowed. He'll be allowed to not have to play defense like Ozil. Hey, dude, do what you want.
Look at Iwobi. How's he doing?
Who excels under Arsene
he's not.
Wenger?
His development will probably be stunted.
That's
you know,
the problem.
but Arsenal's only there for another year and a half. He's gone up to. He's gone.
Are you sure?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure, but
he's there for another 20 years.
He got a dying job, dude.
He got a 2-year contract there, man, and he should be gone.
He's
after
got a
that.
lifetime contract. Whenever he wants
Rolling
to bounce,
contract.
he's gonna leave. Otherwise, it's Wenger's club. That's why I'm a little bit wary of Zaha. Coming to Arsenal, I'd rather get the full finished product. If you're gonna come to Arsenal right now and he's still developing,
I'm gonna take it back. Tottenham.
I'd love to. Spurs would be awesome.
So
He would destroy it.
He wouldn't be a starter though. He'd be a rotation guy.
I don't know, man. The form he's had now,
and
he can fight his way in.
Look, I don't think that's too.
man.
I don't think that's too bad. It depends how many games he gets in the year. I don't think it's too bad when a player bumps up to a club like that and gets put into a rotation.
Yeah, if he's battling with Son for that 4th spot in the midfield,
I think he would take over Son.
That's a fair battle because look how more dynamic he is. They're both fast. They both work.
How often does Son play? When Harry Kane doesn't.
He played a lot, man. He played a lot last year. He got 21 goals, so like he played enough.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
look, for me, I'm saying you want him should be like we see him at Palace. That's when he's at his best.
Yes,
when he's playing day in, day out.
But I think he has to earn that at a top club. You don't show up and play day in, day out unless you were at a club doing it big. If he scores 20 goals this year for Palace, he should go to a club, walk in and start. Now, there's always that argument, you know, does he have help? What are his tools?
How's a guy like, okay, we compare to Gareth Bale coming back to Spurs. If Willy Zaha goes back to Spurs, you don't think that's going to break up the team unity in there?
No, because I don't think Zaha's walking in expecting to start every game.
Yeah.
That's all. He's developing.
I think these are important years.
Might be.
Because he's in his prime. That's I'm sure the stipulation in his contract that he'd want.
But I don't think he's in his prime yet. I think Zaha
he's peaking. He's still.
When you sign yourself
climbing that ladder.
For a number of years, right? 2 to 3 years, 4 years, whatever it is. So obviously it doesn't happen just like that. As he fights or has to fight his way into there, he may be like, all right, I'm not getting the role I was promised here.
But he will though. That's the thing.
I think
Pochettino doesn't play a lot of guys out of position. Pochettino plays youth. Look at Davies,
and
bro.
Pochettino also doesn't play with natural wingers. Like these guys, their wingers are their fullbacks.
All the more reason to put Zaha a little bit inside, man.
Tuck inside.
Dude, tight space dribbling, strong, can take people one-on-one. He doesn't have to play number 10 necessarily, but you shift him a little bit inside, like left attacking,
like in a 3-4-3. That little
yes, man. So right next to Dele Alli and Kane, it becomes potent. I hear you in saying they won't start
the playing time. That's what I don't like.
But dude, these 2 years
because we saw that Man United. Yes, he was younger, but
these 2 years at Crystal Palace have been huge for him. He's played almost every single game. He's been fit. That's what he's needed. But that's 2 years.
You don't want to
do 4 years at Palace.
And he hasn't done enough at Palace to walk into. I don't think to walk into.
Not to walk in straight up, but he can walk in and fight and gain that spot.
That's my point.
But here's my thing with Willy Zaha. He's a confidence player.
Absolutely.
He's most players are confidence players, but look at his style. It's tailored to. I'm the man. I'm playing every day. I'm the flashy guy.
But he's not selfish.
He's not selfish.
He's proven to be not selfish.
What it is it's just playing time, guys. And it's a simple point, but I think it's very effective because for a guy like him, if he's not playing day in day out, he doesn't have the managers 100% believe that you're the guy. I think it's going to be tricky for him.
Does a guy like that deserve to be in a top 4 team?
In the right situation,
absolutely.
Yes.
This guy works. He knows what it takes to get there. He knows personally.
If sitting on the bench rattles his game.
Oh, there are millions.
I don't know if it rattles his game. Do you know that?
Yeah.
If it does rattle, sitting on the bench does?
Yeah. Look, Tom said he's a guy who needs to play day in, day out.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And there are guys like that
but if you're at a bigger club,
successful.
You have to know your role within the club.
That's my point, man. And there are players who, no matter when, like, how long they've been on the bench, when you call on them, they perform. And those guys usually turn into starters. I think Zaha, if you want to go to a top club, I think he has to earn it. There's no club where he's going to easily walk in except Arsenal. And that says a lot.
But
about
even at
where
Arsenal, like I
is.
said, like he's not finishing games.
Yeah, but that's a manager thing. That's not a necessarily like it's not standard
It's not-
across the top
Yeah.
four.
Yeah.
It's,
It's
not a
it's
performance issue.
isolated incident. It's a control. Look,
I think Arsenal's the perfect fit for him because of the stature of the club, but also the playing time that would
That's-
be
I'm gonna
available.
go. Everton is a perfect fit for him.
Everton
That
is dope
level.
too. That's
Not
that's a good
Arsenal,
one, too.
not Man United, not necessarily Spurs. I think Everton. Prove it at Everton like Lukaku did. Lukaku did it at West Brom. And then Everton was like, oh shit, let's bring you in. He does it at Everton. And then United brings him in. It's like, okay, this guy's carbon tested. He's done it in the league his whole life.
I hate to say it, man, but Arsenal's sharing that 6th, 7th, 8th, maybe from 4th down.
Like
I'll say
Everton.
from 4th,
4
4 to 8
yeah.
is
They're in
like
there.
at their worst. I see Arsenal finishing 8th, which would be
Yeah.
devastating. At the best, 4. So even that jump, it's the same thing with Liverpool, where I see us right
But
now.
no, it's different jump because of the pressures.
The pressure,
Because the
100%.
stadium boos.
100%.
And if Zaha comes in there and he's pulling his moves and he has those off games, the problem with him is when he has an off game, it's ugly, man, because he's a fancy play, he's a feel spirit play. He starts yelling at the refs. Now,
But I
will the
love the
Arsenal
work rate.
fans? But will the Arsenal fans get on top of him?
They should get
We
behind. They
always
should
will.
get. They
We
should get
always
behind
will.
him.
But-
You should get behind him, but
I think we'll be patient with the first season. It's all about your work rate. So if you go out there and you pull an Ozil and you're
But is-
flashy, but you don't work hard
But is
defensively,
Arsenal in a patient position, man? When you
I
guys
don't
lost
know.
to Watford, there was no, Alexis Sanchez is still a good player.
But
It
if
was like,
you're
where the
losing
fuck is
Alexi, if you're
Oh,
losing
it's-
Mesut, you're gonna need guys to come in.
this-
And I think you're gonna lose both of them at the
But
end of the
bringing in
summer.
guys like
Maybe,
Crystal
maybe.
Palace, Zaha,
We don't know.
bringing in a
that
Bale
comes
might
with
make
that,
more
but that
sense.
comes with the
for
territory
Arsenal.
of playing top 6.
No,
Like
no,
the
but
they're
expectation.
gonna be-
Again,
Arsenal's
the
gonna be top
situation
6.
is so
Arsenal's
specific.
gonna be top 6. Don't worry about that. They're gonna have Euros.
All right, Trump.
As much as you say that Arsenal's gonna maybe finish 8th, I'd be very surprised if they even finished 7th. I think they have enough class where they're gonna finish at least 6th. I think, like I agree with you, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Tottenham, maybe Chelsea. They're fighting for those 4 spots. I really do.
Yeah.
I think the Manchester clubs are fighting for 1 and 2. Everyone else is fighting 2 through 6.
I disagree
Sorry,
with
3 through
Spurs.
6. So when it comes down,
Spurs, I think
but
they're-
it depends. We don't know how they're going to go throughout
Touche.
throughout
Spurs and all
the
that,
winter,
yeah.
and if England keeps on playing Harry Kane through even friendlies, we don't know what's going on. But also,
your voice will keep going high.
yeah. But if Arsenal do want people, if Sanchez does leave, and if Ozil does leave, Zaha would be a good pickup for them. But not only that,
Especially in
you should
January.
really, Arsenal should go throw the money at the wall for James Rodriguez. After next summer,
That's
he
good.
has
That's
one
well done.
he has one summer left. He has not found a home. Real Madrid doesn't want him. He's at Bayern. They got rid
balling.
of they got
He's balling at
but
Bayern.
they also got rid of Ancelotti, his guy, his buddy. He's not completely
You know,
happy.
I'm all set
So-
on attacking midfielders.
But
at
if you
Arsenal.
so if you get
I'm
rid
all
of
set on that.
but if you get rid of Ozil and Sanchez, you're not going to bring anyone in besides Zaha.
I honestly, personally, I'd rather just reinforce the defense in
Okay.
the 6th position.
Just get
because we
another
have-
holding midfielder.
No, we have Jack Wilshere. How many? We have Aaron
Jack
Ramsey.
Wilshere,
Aaron
the
Ramsey.
bionic man.
Aaron
Oh, here
Ramsey's
he
the
comes.
guy who's a phantom attacking midfielder anyway. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is my personal focus would be to solidify the back line, then worry about going forward. You should take this page out of my notebook. Look.
And
No,
ju-
no,
and
no,
just
no.
to
Trust me,
wrap- just
I
to
want
wrap-
both though.
And just to
I
wrap,
don't want to just settle for backline. I want both.
I'm looking at realistically though.
And I'm realistically thinking that we can be higher than Arsenal for the next 20 years if we get both.
Just
Alright,
like
well,
you
relax.
haven't won the league for the last 20 years.
26 years.
It is
26
what it
years.
is. You want it once.
Just to wrap on Willie Zaha.
More than once.
To wrap
Look
on
at,
Willie
if
Zaha.
we really want to go through the history,
Hey,
look at
can
the
we
history.
get over this? Can we get over
I'm
this?
not talking about ancient history, recent history.
Recent, past 10 years is not recent.
Hey, I'm
Anyways.
talking about
If we
Y2K.
can move on. if you're looking to see Willie Zaha at the World Cup this summer, you're gonna be out in for disappointment. Ivory Coast not qualifying.
Holy
for the
crap,
World
Ivory
Cup.
Coast.
A lot of talents that I like on this team. Serge Aurier, Spurs boy, former PSG. Always loved this guy, even though he's crazy. But Willie Zaha really hurts. Eric Bailly, my boy, at United. This is a pretty strong team.
Not strong.
I don't know. Is Yaya still involved or is he done?
He's done.
retired.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
king,
I think he
the
retired
kings
last
of
time he
Africa
was-
have fallen. I mean, they're like Mufasa and Lion King. They fell in that
But
stampede.
they always rotate, man.
They-
They always rotate. Obviously, Nigeria, Cameroon, and Ghana are usually like the powerhouses.
Ghana's
Like,
out.
Egypt comes around every once in a while. Morocco comes
Every
around.
30
remember when
years.
They had, who was it, the Haji brothers?
They're so
Morocco.
nasty. So nasty.
So like they come around every once in a while. Algeria, pops up. So like Africa, There's just so many countries, man. There's usually just 3 countries that dominate, then everyone else like rotates. Never
And
South
remember
Africa.
when we talked about
What happened to South Africa, man?
Benny McCarthy, bro? We need to bring him back.
Remember when we
Lucas
talked about
Radebe, Nomvete.
remember when we talked about
Trying
Frank
to talk about my
Cassie?
motherland here, man. Damn.
Frank Cassie, he went to AC Milan, but remember how we talked about him all last year? How this guy was going to be a prospect? He's going to be a great player, and he is dipped. No one's talked about him, and he's on. I mean, what has he done for Ivory Coast? Nothing.
First
Like,
year on
no,
Milan,
he's 20 years old, dude.
man.
I know he's
So
20,
we gotta
but imagine.
What has Rashford done for England?
Nothing.
I wouldn't say nothing. He's
Scored on his debut.
He's been doing okay. He hasn't started every game. He hasn't started every
He
game.
hasn't done anything.
He's done okay.
Look, he's
Sticking-
the man. Rashford's the man.
sticking
But
with
he
the
hasn't done
EPL,
shit. Martial too.
Sticking with the EPL again, David Moyes signed to West Ham, the Hammers, London Stadium. This man comes in, brings in Stuart Pearce behind him for his backroom staff. Former Three Lions psychopath, the Psycho, his old nickname.
Hammers fans apparently not happy with the signing.
Well, would you be?
I would.
Why?
Look, he's had some recent
'Cause
rough
it's not your
stints.
club.
Recent,
that's why.
since he
He's
left
had
Everton,
some
he's
skids,
been
some
on the
recent-
skids.
Rough stints, but look, man, I look at his that track record with Everton is a big deal. It was over like 10 years ago. I get that. You could have signed. Who else could you have attracted? I think he is.
Ryan Giggs.
Now that I'm talking about it, it's a pretty shitty case that I'm trying to make.
Big
He's-
Sam?
He's just a sturdy option.
Big
He's a
Sam.
sturdy
He's
option.
a stabilizer. That's
Yeah.
all he is.
And they've signed him for 6 months. Here's the thing: if they signed him for an extent, like gave him
3
2
years
years,
or-
millions, okay. No,
No,
they
you
said,
keep us up, you
Moyes,
stay.
yeah, we'll give you a 6-month contract here. Let's see what you do. This I think is his legitimate last
Just
chance.
do or die.
Right? So he had,
After
3
this-
strikes and you're out.
He
After
goes to
this, he's
Scotland
gonna go
after
to the championship.
No,
Follow
Scotland.
Benitez.
He goes back.
Nah, dude.
He goes to Scotland after this.
Because you go to Scotland, there's nothing
It's
in
2 teams.
Scotland. Dude.
Rangers.
There's
Rangers, Celtics.
There's nothing there for your career. Is my point.
Brennan would have to leave.
Yeah, and I think
And he
Brendan
had to
is
take
essentially setting himself up for a comeback in the EPL.
Which is what the
I think-
Scotland thing is. Just rest. You're
But
gonna
think
win.
about how long you gotta go. I say go to the championship, man. Benitez style. Get your fucking elbows wet. Who else was down there?
Get your elbows wet.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you also gonna get your knees wet while you're down there. 'Cause
Not the top
that's
3,
gonna-
man. The top 3 don't get on their knees, bro. Everyone else get on your knees.
There's no guarantee that in the championship. It's the
Bro, there's
championship.
100% no guarantee. No guarantee. But I think for his competitive to be vouched for his competitiveness, if he goes to Scotland, it says everything we need to know about this dude. He's defeated.
Well, the Real Sociedad thing was a massive failure.
English
Sunderland,
managers shouldn't be going to
Gary
Spain
Neville,
and
settle down.
yeah, dude,
settle down.
It's not.
It's very tricky out
Go
there.
down the fucking English ladder, dude. Don't
Sunderland was a nightmare. This is his
United.
final opportunity, I think, in the EPL, just because of his age
For
and
now.
because of his track record.
Look, for now it is. He could come back, dude. Like
you see,
he
he's
could
trying to
come
get
back.
Arnautovic out right away. He's like, all right, we're done. Bash, bro, get out of here.
He's
It's a shame,
problem, man.
boy.
He's a
How
head case.
how
You know
feel
what
about
though?
that?
He is a head case.
Arnautovic is like that's why we call him the Zlatan, the poor
Bust.
man's Zlatan.
He's
Like,
been a bust though at West Ham.
he has an attitude
Former-
like
former
Zlatan,
players.
but not the ability.
Former players have come out saying that his mentality is getting in his way.
It's terrible, dude. It's terrible. You see the way he plays. He's an absolute talent, but he's one of those guys who just got wasted. But yeah, man. So we got West Ham, Leicester, Everton, CP, all with new managers. How do you think they'll do this season? Oh, let's do this. Who do you think will
Leicester, West
not
Ham.
improve?
Everton.
Everton
and
signed.
CP.
They're sticking with
Dave-
Unsworth.
David
right now.
Unsworth.
Yeah, for now.
Unzi. Sticking in there.
now.
CP. Who do you think will do the best out of those?
Yeah.
Crystal Palace, hands down.
All right. The heart. Throwing it in with the
Honestly,
heart. How's going to carry this team
with
for
the
38
brain.
games?
All my options: West Ham, Palace, Everton. Who else got sacked?
Leicester, bro.
And Leicester.
Leicester's
You gotta
looking.
look-
Leicester are the most solid. I mean, champions 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
They're sitting at 12th right now.
I'd like to see Everton climb out of this mess.
Sitting at 15th right now. Everton.
I say Everton gonna finish the highest.
Palace all the way at the bottom of the table.
Palace in rough shape, man, but the performances have been there. They just need to start winning.
Yeah.
Dog, 4 points.
Dude, just need to finish. all you need to look for.
4 points. That's one win.
Crystal
for
Palace.
Bro.
Hey.
It's called a hater.
Crystal Palace.
It's called a
One
hater
win
for this,
and
making
one
it all
draw.
personal.
Crystal
That's so
Palace.
bad.
Set your sights. This number. Every time you go to bed, this number should be in your head. 17. That's all you need.
Is it? I thought it was
17th place.
42.
17th place.
No, 17th
That's all you
place.
need.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you need
all
40
you
or 42 points on the season.
Dude, West
It's
Ham
not
is sitting
good.
at 18th in the relegation zone. out of these 4 teams, come on, man, you have to go with Leicester City.
I'm gonna go with Everton, bro.
Leicester
I think
number
Everton will
1.
Find it.
Leicester number 1. Crystal Palace, Everton, West Ham. That's how it's going to line up in the end.
That's a best friend pick.
No,
Why
no.
is he gonna leapfrog Leicester?
Because I'm looking at the rest of the half season right now, what they have. Because we got Everton, Stoke, Brighton, West Ham, Bournemouth, Watford, Leicester, Swansea. So going into the next year, they have the best remaining schedule for the next year.
On paper.
Not for next year.
Till week 19. Week 19.
Everyone still has to play everyone again.
So that's fine.
Nothing.
So that doesn't
That's fine.
mean that's a moot point.
And you know what though? If Zaha stays on Crystal Palace, I truly believe
If he gets hurt again, then they're done.
It's a one guy. It's Mane of Liverpool. One fucking guy. He's gonna leapfrog Vardy, Okazaki.
All that.
No. First off, Leicester's number 1. Leicester's number 1.
You said Everton though.
Everton.
Everton doesn't even know how to tie their shoes at the moment.
Rooney.
Bro, Everton has like the talent.
They have it
though.
all there.
They have
Everton was the team I was excited to watch this
Crystal
year.
Palace been doing that without Kabay even playing well.
Seamus Coleman's gonna come back. Like
Dude,
you got guys, Michael
Kabay was dead when
Sacco.
he came back to Palace. When he left,
who's your boy?
for PSG, he killed himself.
Who's the boy? The
PVA.
Guy the guy named
Patrick Van Aanholt.
left midfielder. Your favorite
Oh,
boy.
fucking
Schlub.
left defense.
Hanging your
all-
future on Schlub.
Oh my god, I would put him as
Come on,
goalie if I could.
Take it
But
back, man.
Take him away from
Take it
anywhere offensive as you
Went
possibly
the
can.
best friend pick
Oh my
there.
God.
I think that went through.
Make him the medic. Oh my god, he shouldn't be on the
Hey man,
field.
we'll keep track, dude.
One
We'll
of-
keep track on these.
One of our
teams.
last points for the show, Patrice, Uncle Pat,
Yeah.
Evra.
our boy, always singing this guy's praises. His
Doing his
social media presence
Love it.
is great.
So United think you guys
He's been on the
rock.
rocks with the Marseille fans all season, I guess. They've been kind of hounding him, booing him, criticizing his social media accounts
Look,
for the stuff that
win,
he's been pulling.
win or lose, he's out there like throwing up his gram. I love this game. I'm happy. Now, when your team gets blasted on Saturday or Sunday, and on Monday morning, this guy who's supposed to be a legend, French legend, God, is dancing around talking about he loves this game. That's cool, man. I get it. But as a fan, I would be sour if I woke up after losing to a club and fucking Martial's on there dancing, talking about he loves this game. Pogba's on there dancing.
I don't care. You've
talking
been in this
Don't
game for over a
send-
decade.
all I'm saying is, do your dances. When you lose, don't be sending happy fucking social media messages, dude, because
Also,
Fans
don't
live and
kick,
die
don't
by
kick
that.
fans in the face. That's
Yeah.
another thing.
Well,
like
look,
Eric
people talk
Cantona
shit.
is a legend because he kicked the opposite team's fan right in the chest. Okay, you can't high kick straight UFC style to your
That was
own
great
fans.
technique.
Roundhouse.
To your
Great
own
technique.
fans,
It's not
bro.
my foot type of kick.
And that was excellent technique. It really
It was
was.
great
It
technique.
really was, man. And now he's left Marseille by mutual consent.
Terminated.
He's been banned from UEFA.
How many times
for
did that guy tell that
7
story
months.
now? Oh, I got kicked in the face by Patrice Evra.
And he was
How
looking. He was
many
looking to
times
go
do you
at
think
it,
that guy? I think every weekend he tells that story now.
that was the greatest thing
For
I've
the
ever
rest-
seen. Not swinging a punch, not pushing, not spitting.
That's the go-to. That's the
Hey,
soccer
you never
player's
know.
go-to.
Maybe he had a bat in the cave. Maybe he had a little booger
That's
hanging
not
out.
the
He was just
soccer
wiping his
players'
nose
go-to.
for him.
That's the funny thing.
No,
Like,
it
when you
is-
see
it's
the
just a
scraps,
form.
it's headbutt or like fighting.
Come on, you know the running, jump, stomp.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
you never
classic.
see that. It's classic.
back
That's
in
the
the
playground.
Diego
That's
Maradona.
Maradona.
No, dude, the Diego Maradona
Yeah.
day, the big fight. You ever seen that one?
Studs.
Everyone's kicking
Bro,
everybody.
It's just that the technique was so impeccable.
it was
I've
literally
never
UFC.
seen like a top kick.
So,
You usually see the stomp. dancing the-
bigger question right now. Marseille let him go. Patrice Evra is going to be 37 in minutes.
Come on, United.
Come on, Palace.
Come on,
Do
New England
you
refs.
honestly think big teams are going to go after this guy
Yep.
No.
No.
at 37 years old?
Define
Well,
big.
New England
Define
Revolution.
big
Top
teams.
six.
Signed Patrice
Top six.
Evra at left back.
Top 6?
Top 6 in EPL. Do you think a Liverpool or Arsenal?
I think
Liverpool could use him.
I think United could use him. We have
Yeah.
Ashley Young playing there.
Bring him back.
Luke Shaw, you
Not
know,
playing.
Do you
knows
bring him
he's
in
not
now, though? Hey, you're fired. You're fined. Come
He's
in.
banned from. He's banned.
banned.
Why not bring him in? Why not United bring him in now?
Let the
Head
heat
case.
cool down.
Head case.
Let the
Yeah,
heat cool
and the
down
drama.
a little bit.
You can talk to him now and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, man, in 7 months we'll sign you." But
Well,
there's
no,
no need
sorry,
for us
sorry.
to bring you
I don't
in.
mean exactly now, but I mean like in January, February. Just bring him in. Just let
Bring him in
come-
after his
come in.
ban.
Yeah,
Just bring him in after his ban. You
I-
don't need him for now.
I know, but just
He's
just to-
37. He's not a
But
stud.
do you want a guy like that? Another guy on Instagram you got to worry about. There's already Pogba and guys.
I don't
like
think you
that
need to
out
worry
there.
about him.
It just depends where United stands. We're chasing City. They're talking about there might be January signings.
You know what? You
what I
guys
mean?
might
So-
lose out to that left back too, who the clubs of the left back from Espanyol.
What the hell's his
The
name?
Brazilian? No, not
Yeah,
Brazilian.
he's been linked with the
Is it
Manchester
Brazilian?
clubs.
City too. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
linked
yeah,
to City.
Spanish.
I forget his name.
Martin, his last name. but
Yeah, so like he could be a plug, man. He could be a
That'd be
plug at
force.
United.
Mm.
6 months contract, just like just like when Zlatan came in, we gave him a 1 year contract because we knew this dude's old. Who knows what he can do?
That's what
He
people are
proved
sleeping
everyone.
on. People are sleeping on the impact of Zlatan coming back to United in January.
Dude, you bring Zlatan back, then you bring Ever back, a winner, like you were saying. You know
That's
that
experience.
mentality.
It's experience.
He plays left back. Yes, he can't play 38 games, but you only need him for 10 to 12, something like that. Like
That would be impressive.
that wouldn't be bad. Working with Mourinho, a guy who knows his career, respects his career. He's the United legend. We would accept him in a second, and we would love all his videos. You know what I mean? Like,
Not
It
after
could
you
work.
lose the city, you would.
but odds are they won't because long-term club,
Yeah, man.
all that good stuff. So
And I was just searching through the
let's wrap it
internet
up.
real quick. I forgot to mention this too when I brought up James Rodriguez. Sorry.
Nabil Fekir.
Nabil Fekir. He's been with Lyon. He's French, but I could see Arsenal going after him.
That's his preferred destination, reportedly.
Yes. Why would you not go for this guy? He's 24 years old. He's been lighting up in Ligue 1. But
we don't like talented players.
Oh, you don't like talent. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. You hate talent.
Dude, if
You're
any-
allergic.
But if
We
any
are-
club needs
Yeah.
a big signing, man,
Are
like
you
a
kidding me?
name.
Arsene Wenger. He
Stop
takes
these
the,
attacking.
he
mid
takes
players, man.
talent and he just sucks the soul out of them. That's how he's still living. He sucks the soul out of these players.
He keeps it up.
Was he a
under
dementor?
all
Yep.
that
He's like
jacket.
hocus pocus.
That's how he feels that puffy
If you
jacket.
lose Ozil and you lose Sanchez, guys like Nabil Fekir coming in
At
it's
24
not
years
good
old,
enough.
That's what I'm saying.
He would
It's
help.
not-
He would help.
Bang is what, 28, around that age.
Bring them both.
We're not gonna
Oh,
pay
they're not that club, though.
$780
You know they're not.
for one player. It's just not
You
what
know they're
Arsenal
not that
does.
kind of club.
It's not
You need a
what we do.
name, bro. You need Gareth Bale. If any club needs a name after those two
I love
superstars,
that.
how are you gonna draw other names? Lacazette's kind of unhappy because he's getting benched. You don't have anyone after those two leave. as
Yeah,
far as
Jack Wilshere
superstars.
knows a good number for a trainer. When he gets hurt, just
Need big
send
names.
these
We
guys.
see Sweden. I don't think we need big names.
You want it too, man.
You
You're
make
gonna get that
make
fear. That's why.
Draxler.
Arsenal needs
That's
to
the
make
guy.
big names.
Julian Draxler
That's
from
a big
PSG.
name. That's a
That's
big
the guy
name.
who I think
he's gone
should
now.
replace Alexis Sanchez or Ozil. He can
It's the
operate
same-
in either position.
Dog, it's the same situation United was in when we were struggling a few years ago, and we paid $100 million for one player. Because you can see the fear going away. You can't attract talent. Pogba comes in, all of a sudden Lukaku wants to be part of the club. All of a sudden all these players want to come in now because they see a movement. You lose Ozil and
Zlatan.
Sanchez. Who are giant superstars coming to the club for? Not Wenger, because he
Danny
showed the
Welbeck.
last few years. Other than that, like
Peter
they're
Cech,
coming in to
Koscielny.
build the thing.
I
They're
think
not
you have
coming
to
into a
break it all
movement.
down and then rebuild it. And again, it starts with the defense. You can't have Per and Nacho Monreal starting in your back line. It's just
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, enough with Arsenal. Enough
All
with
right,
that.
that wraps it up for our quick touch show. World Cup qualifiers, free flow, all
Interim
that good
show.
stuff. Thanks for listening, guys. We might be back Actually, we'll definitely be back midweek with fantasy talk. Might squeeze in another episode as well. Maybe not. See if we have
World Cup
anything
reactions.
worth talking about. Yeah, we'll
Italy
definitely
out,
do
baby.
reactions.
Let's go Sweden. Italy.
From France.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you next time. Peace.